Hello everyone, it's Jama Malmy. Welcome back to another scrapbook process video. Today I'm putting together a winter layout, which may seem a little funny to do in June, but I'm just trying to get through a bunch of my kits. And so that's what I'm putting together here is a kit layout. And a lot of times when I put these kits together, I show you ways to adjust them and I use them as a starting point and then kind of veer in my own direction. And in this one, I'm really keeping pretty close to the sketch, and I will show you the original at the end of this video. But really I just changed some photo sizes to fit the photos that I had as far as portrait and landscape orientation goes. But the rest I pretty much stuck to the original, and you can see it right there. It's that bottom layout that I have pulled in there. So this is one of the subscription kits from Close to My Heart. The subscription kits are 2-page layouts. Each month has two 2-page layouts, and so that's what this is. This is an older one. I'm just trying to get through all of my older kits, but they all still are very similar to this. They come with die cuts that you pop out, stickers, the base pages that are pre-printed, and other little bits and pieces that you'll need. What I add are dimensional adhesive and regular adhesive, and then some gems and stickles and embellishments kind of like that. So right now I'm putting on these trees. So these are die cut trees, and I'm following the picture and placing them in the spots where it tells me to. And so these dimensional trees, or these die cut trees, just kind of layer up on top of those black outlines to add a little pop of color and dimension to the layout. And this layout is pretty simple, but all of that printing on the background just adds a lot to it. And then it's just, these colors are really fun too. I really like this for the snow photos that I'm using. So this little wreath goes over here with the little bow on it, and this comes with 2 title options. So if you wanted to go in a more Christmas direction, you could use the Oh Christmas Tree stickers, and I went in the more winter direction. This is not Christmas photos, and so I'm using the winter title, and those are stickers that I'm just going to stick down right there. This other little die cut piece came with the kit, but I ended up not liking it where it was designed to go and just decided not to use it. So now I'm writing my journaling, and the kit comes with these stickers that are strips made for journaling, and so it's really handy. You just write your journaling right on those little sticker journal strips, and then you can add them to your layout. So I decided to add a little bit of cardstock to back them so they stand out a little bit more. You certainly don't have to do this, but I had the cardstock that matches this, so I decided to take that extra little step. And then that gives me a little bit of wiggle room to decide my placement of my journaling strips also before I stick them down, since they were a sticker. Trying to stick this little die cut somewhere, it was supposed to go right there, but again, just decided, you know what, I don't like it on this layout. I will save it for something else. So I fussed with it quite a bit, really tried to make it work, but nope, not going to happen. So I'm going to glue my journal pieces down, and I like to kind of stagger them so they're not all even. Just adds a little bit of interest to the look of it. And then these little tiny pieces here are stars, and I'm adding a small little foam dot to the back of them, and then I'm going to add them to the top of all of the little Christmas trees that have a star. And you'll see in the close-up at the end, it adds a nice little bit of dimension. It's actually quite noticeable and looks really cool to have that extra bit popping up. And then I'm going to add in some little bits and pieces from my stash. I'm adding very little. I have these little pieces that are from an old Halloween collection, actually. It was a Hello Pumpkin shapes that had adhesive on the back. We currently have some acrylic stars and heart shapes that are not adhesive on the back, but they're very similar to this. And they're really nice to just kind of add here and there on layouts. So I added 3 for a visual triangle. And then I also added a little banner cluster up at the top. This also was not part of the original design, but just thought it needed a little bit of something up there to draw your eye up there in that blank spot. And then now I'm adding some glitter stickles. This is just the iridescent clear stickles. I'm adding it to the wreath. And then it's hard to tell, but you'll see in the close-ups that there's some little watercolor splatters printed on the background, and I'm adding some little dots, like 3 little dots here and there around the watercolor splatters as well, just to add a little bit of interest. And I think it really makes a nice touch in the end, and again, you'll see it closer up at the end. Decided to cut a wider piece for the banner in the green, so it was a little wider than that black piece. And then I'm going to go ahead and add a little dovetail and glue those down. Even though this particular kit is no longer available, it's fun to look at these for ideas. You can get a similar look by stamping some Christmas trees in black ink along the background, and then add some paper pieced Christmas trees that you stamp on colors to lay over them. And the photo placement is really nice, and the colors are nice that you can kind of replicate on your own. So here I'm adding some of my own embellishments from my stash. I've got some black and white dots and some clear gems. Again, these type of embellishments are not part of the kit, but they do make a nice touch, and I always add them. So here is that original. You can tell the photos are just a little bit different. And now here are some close-ups. You can really see that dimension, and I'm going to try to point out some of the stickles, although it still is kind of hard to catch the detail and appreciate it on camera, but it's really a fun layout. These type of kits are available in Close to My Heart's subscription, and so I will leave that link down below if you're interested. This is an old one, so this one's not available, but there's lots of fun designs still. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like, and if you haven't already subscribed, please do so for lots more scrapbook inspiration every week. Thanks so much for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful day.